Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Janee. I make drawing videos and kind of an abstract kind of doodle way. I don't know, but thanks for joining. Today I've got a video that I've drawn and I recorded in real time, and then I've just sped it up here by 2 because the original video was, I think, around an hour and a half. So I've sped it up for you. I don't really have an idea of what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to do a little voiceover for the video. And I've wrote some topics down of things to potentially talk about. Okay. So the first thing is movies, okay? I've just written that down. And it's because, what's up? I feel like since COVID, movies have just been terrible, okay? Maybe a few good ones here and there, but my family used to love going to the movies. I used to love going to the movies, okay? And then they just, after COVID, it's like they stopped writing and making good movies. And if they do make a movie, it seems every movie is the same action-packed adventure, dude with his shirt off, kind of silly thing that's just the same thing recycled over and over again. You know what I mean? Is that just me? I feel like it's the same thing with music, though. All the sounds are recycled, all the same beats. I feel like nobody has an original idea anymore. It's kind of frustrating, because, I won't even watch. So, when I want to sit down and watch a movie, I sit down, I get on my phone and Google, and I look up movies to watch, and I will not watch it. Most of the time, I will not even click on it if it says it's before 2020, especially 2024. I maybe that's just why. It's because I don't think they'll be any good, but I'm tired of seeing the same actors and actresses with the same story. I don't know, I guess I wouldn't even mind the same story as long as it was a good story. You know what I mean? It just seems like nobody has an original idea anymore. It's frustrating. Anyway, I always get on a soapbox about that when people say, you're going to see this and that. And that's another thing. Okay, I used to enjoy the Marvel movies. I did. I would be excited for them to come out. And then I feel like something happened after, what's it called? Endgame. It's like the movies leading up to that, they just, I don't really know what happened. Here's what I think happened. I think they were trying to do too much. Way too much. And then, that's when they started coming out with all the series and the this and the that. There was just way, way, way too much to keep up with, I feel like. And that really, I remember when Endgame, what's the one before Endgame? Infinity War, okay? That came out, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I remember they came out with Endgame, and I just, I didn't have any interest for it anymore. I watched it because, I don't know, I just watched all the Marvel movies that came out, but after it came out, it's like, okay, well, that was the end. So then I feel like after you try to make stuff after the end, it's like there's nowhere for it to go. We've already seen how it ended. Now nobody is invested anymore in your story. So I just feel like that's where they went wrong. They shouldn't, I don't know. I feel like they should have executed it in a different way. Like the ending of Endgame. Honestly, I don't even remember really what happened. I'll be honest. It was 4 hours long, wasn't it? Maybe I could be mistaking. I remember it being really long and drawn out and just fight scene after fight scene. And I know, anyway, that's besides the point. But you know what I'm saying? They just ruined it. And they're coming out with all these new Marvel movies. I just don't care anymore, you know? Am I the only one? I just don't care. I feel like they need to, even Spider-Man is my favorite, I would say, okay? And even, I'd probably go see another Spider-Man movie. But I probably wouldn't if it was, with all the I think the problem is they're not getting you invested in the characters enough. They just want to sell their movies, and you can totally tell that and everything. But anyway, that's enough about that. I hope that made sense. It made sense to my head. Well, and that's another thing. Okay, I just remembered. I have these boxes of puzzles sitting at my desk, and one of them is Pixar themed, so it reminded me of I watched what's it like, is it D24 or whatever, Disney's thing that they put on to show you all the new movies that are going to come out in the next couple years or whatever. It's the same thing, okay? They're doing Zootopia 2, which, yeah, I'm excited about. They're doing Toy Story 5. I think we should just let Toy Story be, okay? You had a great run, but 5, they are toys that talk. Now, I love Toy Story. Don't get me wrong. But 5, I feel like we just need to let it be, okay? Let the characters stay where they are. We don't need to do anything else with them. They've been doing this movie for over 20 years. I think it's just time to give it a break. I'm still gonna go watch it, but Anyway, what else are they doing? I saw, all the movies that they're making. There was 20-something new movies coming out. And only 5 of them, or maybe even less than that, are new stories. They're either new Star Wars shows coming out, or remakes of, not remakes of movies. Well, they're remaking Freaky Friday, which I'm actually excited about that, because that's, like I said, that's one of those stories you could tell over and over again, and I'd go watch it. That would just be fun to see. But besides that one, they're either doing remakes or they're doing sequels, and just keep going with the same story, which is fine if you also have new ideas coming out, you know what I mean? They just, out of 20-something movies, you only have 5 new ones. That's kind of ridiculous. And I feel like it's like that. I don't know. I get confused because as I get older, I don't know if the world's, or what am I trying to say here? I don't know if the world's always been this way, and I was just too young, too little to realize it. But now that I get older, I'm kind of like, what the heck? So anyway, let me try to explain what I'm saying. When I say I feel like it's everywhere is, I feel like when Stranger Things came out and it started to become popular, there was this big 80s moment, right? Everybody wanted, the style came back, everything from the 80s was popular again. Okay, the haircuts, the clothes, which is fine, that's understandable. It makes sense because Stranger Things is filmed, it's from the 80s, I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure. It's not the 90s, okay? It's the 80s, okay? And so that makes sense. But I feel like since then, everything is this, remastered, redone, this, that, everything, okay? You go to Taco Bell right now, and they've got their decades, their food that they used to have is back, and you go, it's everywhere. Everything that used to be is back, and it's limited edition, and it's this and that, and it really, really bothers me. I don't know why. I guess it just irritates me that nobody has an original thought anymore. It's well, this is making money. Let's keep doing that. And that makes sense, but what do you really what does that, you're not making something that you're proud of. If it was me, I'm like, you're not, I don't know. There's other things like that. I hate when I'm trying to talk or tell somebody like a story or a point that I have, and I can never remember what it was, like what I was saying or what I had thought before. That irritates me too. But let me see, because I know that there is way more things. It's like you know what I mean. Like you can get anything how it used to be. And I feel like I also don't know, because this is like, because if I'm young and this is how the world's always been, but if people, notice how young people always say that they're born in the wrong generation. Everyone says that. And it's like, eventually, to me, some young kid now, or maybe they're not even born yet, is gonna say they were born in the wrong generation and wish they were born when I was alive, or like in my generation kind of thing. Not me specifically, but like my generation as a whole, okay? So my thought process is like, somebody's gonna wish they were here, so why don't I just enjoy being here? Is that how it really is? Or is it literally just my generation is the one they want to live in the 80s? Because that's when Stranger Things was. Although I feel like that the 90s is making a comeback. Because like Friends and everything, I feel like that's what did it. Friends has always been popular though, but I feel like we're just going to move through the decades. We did the 80s for a few years, and now we're going to do the 90s, and so on and so forth. Now, has it always been like that, or is it just because I'm older that I'm noticing it? Okay, these are the things that I wonder about. And like, you know what else I wonder? Is, you know how they have like on your phone, like targeted ads, targeted videos, or they show you Joe Rogan because you watched, like in the YouTube shorts. I feel like if I watch a video with, I don't know, somebody famous in it, and I watch the video till the end, and I don't even like it. I just scroll to the next video. All of a sudden, I am getting constant videos with that person in it. Like, it's like they think because I watched one video that I'm obsessed or something. It's really annoying. That's why I don't like videos most of the time. Unless, like, it made me, like, laugh literally out loud. I won't thumbs up a video because it's so irritating. I feel like that's even worse. You thumbs up a video and that's all you see is that person or that thing, whatever you liked. It's really irritating to me. But maybe it's because if I don't like a video, then it doesn't have anything to go off of, so that when I do like a video, then it's like, oh, she must, since she never likes it and she liked this one, she must really like it. You know what I mean? Do I sound crazy here? I don't know. I had another point about that. I feel like, so what I want, like, my YouTube, these videos to be for, is just like, I like listening to people just talk in the background while I draw. So it's like, that'd be cool to post some videos. Because like I said in my last video, I don't think anybody is really going to watch a 50-minute video with just me drawing with music in the background. I personally, I wouldn't do that. So I'm like, let me make something. Anyway, because I like listening to people talk while I draw, because whenever I listen to music, I love listening to music when I draw, but I get like distracted and I want to start singing the songs and all that stuff, and so I'll get distracted, and then I'm like, this drawing has taken me like 5 hours or 2 hours too long than it should have, because I'm sitting here dancing and singing along. And oh, that's another thing I do when I'm listening to music. I'm like, I have so many questions about this person or the song, or then I want to watch the music video. It distracts me a lot. So I like listening to other people talk, like podcasts or stuff like that when I draw. So anyway, that's what I want this to be. Just something that people can listen to in the background. And so I hope, how you doing? If you're watching this, thanks for watching so long. Listening to me rant about random things. What else was I going to talk about? This is also kind of like for me. I can look back on these videos and be like, oh, that's when I lived there, or that's when this happened, or whatever. Or I just think it's cool because I look back at the videos I made when I was in high school, and you can look at those right now. Those are the ones, I think they're from like 7 years ago is when I posted my first one. I think I was like 14, which is crazy to me. It's just crazy. Like, I was making those stop motion videos. I still think those are cool. I love making stop motion videos and animation videos and stuff. Anyways, I used to make those, and then my drawing videos, I love looking back on them because where those were recorded at is in my old room from where I lived when I was in high school, and it's just cool to see, like, hey, I used to live, it's just cool to look back on, and I wish almost that I would have recorded more. I wouldn't have put that stuff on YouTube though, but I'm sure somewhere in the cloud that I can find videos of that I recorded, not for YouTube, but just for myself, and that those would be cool to look back on. Because I used that camera. Now I'm recording on my iPhone. I hate when my southern accent comes out. Anyways, let's just ignore it, please. I recorded this video and my recent travel videos. Those are on my iPhone. But I used to record all my drawing videos on this like video camcorder thing that I got for Christmas one year. And the quality was really bad. But that's besides the point. The point is, I would make these random, I guess you could call them vlogs. They were just like a couple minute video, because I was like, I know one day I'm going to want to look back on this, and I'm going to want to say, hey, we used to live there, and whatever, and that's my old room, and oh, I forgot about, that kind of thing, reminiscing. And so I would just like, I remember since I got that camera, probably until like, I don't know, I did it all the time. I still have the camera. The point is that I'm saying is, so I had that camera, and we had a computer. It was like a family computer in the living room. And for some reason, I would always, like, after school, I would just want to sit at the computer. I think I had a TV in my room. And a phone and everything. Like, I had all that, but for some reason, I just liked sitting at the desk, and even if I was watching, like, Netflix or something, I would want to watch it at the computer. And I don't really know why. I think what it is I like being out. Like, I don't like being in a condensed, tiny little room, or just a room, like, with a door. It feels closed off to the world. I think I talked about that before, like, that I sleep in my room. In my apartment now, it's just my living room. Like, I sleep in the living room. I have a full functioning bedroom with a bed in it, but I sleep in the living room. Is that weird? I don't know. It's funny realizing things about yourself. But anyways, so I used to sit at this computer. I used to watch Netflix at the computer. I used to make my drawings. I would draw at the computer, and I remember my grandma would always be like, Jane, pick up I would leave my art supplies all over the desk. It's funny because when we moved out of that place, or when I moved out of that house, I I got to keep that desk, and I still have that desk, which makes me happy. I always think, like, when I'm rich and famous one day, that they'll sell my desk for lots of money, because it has, like, all the, pencil marks on it, and markers that I've accidentally, like, the paper's bled through or whatever. But no, I still have that desk. Anyways, so I used to draw at that desk and leave my art supplies on it, and my grandma would always be like, pick up your art supplies. I'd be like, I don't want to. It's there's something about, I think, like, artistic, creative people, about, like, I would just rather, I don't want things to be dirty, but I want things to be messy. Not want them, I guess. Like, I don't intentionally make my desk messy, but I don't know. I've read somewhere, or I've seen a video before, someone talking about that, about how if your room is messier, that you're more creative. But is that because, are you more creative because you're messy? Or are you messy because you're creative? Okay, these are the things that I wonder. And I want to say you're messy because you're creative. Okay, fine. That's my final answer. Oh, but anyways, back to this camera and computer situation. So I would record these little videos, and they would just be like, just walking around the house. I know somewhere I have a video of my aunt doing the dishes, and I was like, say something, and she was like, what? We just kind of laughed. I know I have a video of my sister's dog I think we took a video of giving him a bath or something. We used to make these videos all the time so we could look back on them, and I would make the video, and they'd be on the memory card in the computer, or in the camera, I mean. Make the video, and then I'd put it into the computer, and I'm not really good with technology stuff, but I think it would take all the videos off of the memory card and download them on the computer, and then delete them from the memory card. I could be wrong. I think I would delete them because I didn't want to have to get a new memory card. So I just download them on the computer and delete them. So I had all these videos over, maybe not 5 years, but they were from forever ago that I would love to see again. And then, like I said, it was a family computer, right? This is where the tragedy comes in, okay? And my brother, he decides that he wants to, I don't know what he was doing exactly. Maybe he accidentally got a virus on the computer, and he was like, I don't know exactly, but he deleted everything off of the computer. He wiped it clean. And so all of those videos that we made, by we, I mean me and my sister, they're gone. They're just gone. At least I'm pretty sure. I don't know, maybe if I found I know where my video camera is at, but the memory cards, because sometimes the videos would download to the camera. Like, some of them would be, I never understood that. Some of them would be downloaded on the camera, but others wouldn't. It didn't make any sense. So I feel like maybe there's still some videos, and I tried the camera, obviously, it needs charged, but for some reason, I cannot find the charger anywhere, and I hate that. I know that I have something, but I just can't find it. Anyways, I'm rambling. I guess that's what the point is. So anyway, I would love to see those videos again. There's videos from my old room, from my 2 separate rooms. I moved rooms, okay? There's videos of that old house. There's videos of me when I was obviously in high school. I want to see that stuff, and I think about it all the time. It really bothers me, if you can't tell. Now, I'm not saying that it's his fault, my brother, because I don't know. I don't really know what happened, but maybe he didn't delete them, and wherever that computer is, the videos, they're still on there. Anyway, I always thought like that when I was young. was like, I know I'm gonna want to look back. So even now well, now everybody has iPhones and stuff, and you can just look back on stuff whenever you want, but I guess you don't always have videos of you just talking to yourself. And that's what I like to do. I'd be like, hey, future me, what are you doing? What are you up to now? Oh, that reminds me. When I was in high school, I took this, it was some kind of finance class about, like, money and stuff. And I don't know what the class was called, okay? That's besides the point. But the point is, it had something to do with money. Like, the class is about money, learning how to manage money, all that kind of stuff. And this is like a little side note that I want to talk about here for a second. The teacher, I'm doing the quotation thing, teacher, who taught, I say taught with the quotation things again, that class, what she would do was, she would put on a Dave Ramsey video, and then shut the lights off, and we would just watch that video for almost the entire class period. Now, you can't sit here and tell me that high schoolers who are tired, who are maybe going through something, who aren't just gonna blow that off and just sleep. You can't tell me, okay? So, what I remember her telling us one time, that somebody in the community he thought it was important for kids to learn about money, and I 100% agree, it's very important. So I don't know if he bought a course he paid some money so that the high school would have these videos to be able to watch. And I just think, I 1,000,000% think that it's extremely important, and it will shape you into a different person depending on how much you know about managing money and what to do with it and all that. I'm not even talking about like investing or having a business, or I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm just talking about just the simplicity of just budgeting your money. That is so important. It is so important. I've watched if I know certain people in my life that if they had this knowledge, that their life would be so much better, but they were never taught. And so then maybe you could come with the argument that, well, you had that finance class in high school. I'm circling around to my point here, is that teacher, she didn't care. She would put those videos on. I don't know if she was grading papers or what, but she would just sit there in the back of the class at her desk and expect us to care enough and to pay attention. I feel like part of your job is to get the students like interested. You think a bunch of adolescent teenagers want to wake up at 7 a.m., come into school, and we're just gonna be excited about it? Like, that's ridiculous. I feel like, well, I know, like, it's just part of your job just to make, I don't know, I could do a whole episode about that, because of how much it just aggravates me, especially that teacher. Like, I don't know, and I don't think we had subs all the time too. I guess it really didn't matter, because she was just sitting there. And I know teachers don't get paid a lot, but that's what you chose for yourself. You chose that path. And I feel like when you chose that knowing how much money you make, and like, not that it's it kind of is a sacrifice, but to say, I'm going to make little money so I can teach kids or young people and get them excited about learning. And I don't mean learning as in the things that I don't think that you should have to be taught, like math. Obviously you need some math, but you don't need calculus and all that mumbo jumbo they throw in there. I'm getting sidetracked, but what I'm saying is, I feel like she should have been up there and maybe play the video, whatever, and then be up there. Anybody have any questions? Does everybody understand what's going on here? Like that. But we would watch the video, and then with the last 15 minutes of class, we would get a worksheet that we would do. Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like that stuff just aggravates me so much. If you're a young person watching this, and you're in high school or even in college, young, whatever, just know how important it is to learn how to manage your money. In my opinion, it is one of the most crucial and important things to know. Like, if you don't know anything else, know and understand how to manage your money and how to have discipline with your money, because I feel like kids when I say kids, I mean high school age, okay? That's the first thing, they get their driver's license, and then they're like, well, I need a car. And so some people, they go out and they get these loans on these cars. You're not even old enough to be considered an adult, like legally, and you're putting yourself in $30,000 in debt, even $20,000, $15,000, $10,000 is too much. Right out of high school, I just think, and then you're expected, they want you to go to college, right? So then I don't even know how much school costs, ridiculous amount, $100,000. So you can just start off the beginning of your life, the best years of your life or whatever, in thousands of dollars in debt. That just doesn't, I'm not saying debt's bad, but I am saying that it's just important to know, like, I don't know, I'm getting off. Just, if I could give advice to somebody in high school, it would be don't get a loan on a car, especially when you can't afford it. Like, save up your money and buy, like, a cheap car. You don't need some big expensive thing, okay? You're just you're not going very far. You drive to school and you're driving to work. And, that's it. You don't need some big expensive car payment that, I don't know, it's ridiculous to me. And I feel like even if you have a cosigner, like, a teenager should not be able to make that decision for themselves. Like, the government decides, like, you can't drink until you're 21, but they are letting you go out there and make financial decisions for yourself when you're just a kid. Like, I just think it's ridiculous. You don't even know what way is up yet. You don't know. Anyways, I'll get off that tangent, but it's one thing I'm very passionate about is people's financial, like, knowledge and stuff, and especially young people's. But anyways, sorry, opening my drink here. I feel like I've talked about, like, negative stuff the whole time. I don't mean to. Is it negative, though? One thing I can't talk about is, it was just recently my birthday. Me and my twin's birthday. You know what's wild? So I share a birthday with my twin sister. And then we have a brother who's, like, how much older is he? He's like 30 years old now. Okay, I'm 22, just turned 22. So you do the math. And we all share the same birthday. Is that not the wildest thing? When I was a kid, I'm not kidding, I thought they were joking with us. Like, what are the odds that you have twins? Okay, that's not that uncommon, but so we share the same birthday. And then we share our birthday with our older brother. Like, have you ever heard of that before? You literally used to think that they were messing with us. I was like, no, that doesn't happen. That's so crazy to me. But also, one side of my family, my dad's side, all the girls are born on like some specific or it's something like this. It's either really close together, like the dates, not the months maybe, or it's something like that. Like they're all, I don't know, that kind of thing must happen a lot. I don't know. It must just have to do with the schedule of, their parents and everything maybe. I don't know. I just think that's so crazy to me that we had the same birthday. So yeah, it wouldn't be as weird if like it was just like if I didn't have a twin and I just shared my birthday with my brother, but I do. So like the three of us, I just think that's crazy. Anyway, so it was just our birthday, and for our birthday we wanted to go to an escape room, which we've been to before on a trip. We went to I think it was Myrtle Beach. We went to Myrtle Beach, and we did the escape room there. I don't know, I like this one better. Anyway, so we're like me and my sister are like the planners in our family. If there's something to be planned, we're the ones that plan it. I don't necessarily think it's because we want to. I think it's because we want things done a certain way. I'm like, well, I can't speak for her, but for me, I'm like, I know I want to do this thing, and I know nobody's going to plan it. Even if it's not my birthday, even at, like, family functions, like Christmas and stuff, like what everybody's going to do. If we didn't plan something, I just feel like it'd be more fun if we did plan something, like plan what games we're going to play and, like, what we're eating and everything. Anyway, we always do that and stuff, so it's kind of fun for our birthday. We get to pick whatever we want, but I decided, and she had just gotten married too, before our birthday, like a week or two before our birthday, and so she was like, you can just plan whatever, just let me know, because she was busy with the wedding and everything, but, so I wanted to do an escape room. I love that kind of stuff, like laser tag, escape rooms. I don't really like bowling, but that kind of like, I don't know, go somewhere and do something as a group kind of thing. I don't know, I've always liked that. Probably that's how we were raised. That was our like fun thing we got to do, was go to laser tag and go-karts and that kind of stuff. Anyways, so I was like, I want to do an escape room. I text everybody, because it's kind of expensive, like in my opinion. It's $25 and you're only in the room for an hour, and $25 per person. So, let me get a sip of my drink here. But it's $25 per person, and you're in there for an hour. And so I wanted to make sure like everybody in my family was going to be able to do that. So I texted the group chat. I told everybody, I got a head count for everyone that was going to come. And I get on the website. I'm typing the buttons. I'm hitting, I realize you can only do it. People book these things like months in advance, which is crazy to me. I think it's probably just because they only have a certain number of rooms. Like, I think they had, like, 3 different options of rooms or something like that. And, like, only one family can go at a time because they're, like, watching you on a camera to help you figure out what's going on. Anyways. So, like, it's booked out in advance. I'm like, okay. So, they only had it on, like, a Saturday or something. And I asked my family. Everyone was cool with that. I get on there, and I hit the buttons. I'm like, we have this many people. This is the name for it. Enter. And I thought I saw it with my eyes, that it was like, said something about, okay, you're all booked. You got your reservation kind of thing. I was like, sweet, don't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna say that was like, probably like 3 weeks before. Yeah, 3 weeks before when we were going to do it is when I put the reservation or whatever in. And this was like the room where I live in a really small town, so like the escape room or whatever, they don't have one of those here. We have to go over 2 towns, okay? So it wasn't a big deal, but like there was like, I want to say 7 people. There were 7 or 8 of us, I think, all getting together. And so I had to make sure, like, and they said you have to be there at this time, because if not, I don't know, they just said be there, and actually be there a little early. So I'm like, okay, some people in my family are really bad about being late. And then the other half, it's so funny, are really good at being on time. So I text everybody, the car situation, who's driving who, everything. Anyways, we all get there. I go in, and some people in my family are already there. And they're like, what's up? Like, nobody's been out here. We've just been sitting here. Nobody's came to get us or anything. I'm like, what the heck? So I go in there, because they don't want you to, there's this door that there was a sign on that says, don't come back, we'll come and get you. I'm like, anyway, so I go back there where it says don't go. I'm like, hello? Is anybody here? I did not see anybody. And this lady comes out, and she's like, can I help you? And I was like, at this point, it's already, the reservation was for 6, and it was like 6:20, because we had been waiting. And she's like, can I help you? I said, well, we had a reservation. And she's like, you did? Well, then who's the people I have back there now then? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. And she goes and gets her tablet or whatever. She's looking up everything, and she's like, what's the name? And I told her, and she was like, I don't have anything. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She's like, did you pay? And I was like, no. Like, it didn't tell me to pay, my guy. Like, what do you mean did I pay? And she's like, well, you have to pay, like, online. Like, you must not have completed the reservation or whatever. Man, I was so upset. But this lady, so kindly, she didn't have to, but she was like, well, are you okay doing the jail room? And I'd never been there before. And I was like, well, yeah, like, whatever. Like, I brought my whole family up here, and like, I messed it up, basically, because I don't know what I did exactly. I just, like I said, I thought I clicked it, and it said, like, you're good, like, confirmed or whatever. Silly me. I do that a lot. Like, it happens a lot. I do that kind of thing, where I think some way, and it didn't actually happen, or I literally hear people's words differently than they say them. Anyways, she was so sweet, and she let us do, the jail room, and it was super fun, okay? We didn't finish it, but we were so close. They've got, like, if you've never done an escape room, they've got, like, a timer on the wall with the hour on it, and you're just supposed to look around and find clues, and it's kind of, no way I would have been able to do it by myself. Like, I don't know, I don't really think in that kind of way, you know, like, I don't know, it was mostly my brother and my sister and her husband that were getting all the clues, and then the other people there was my grandma, my grandpa, and my aunt, and the 4 of us just kind of, like, sat back, but we chimed in. There was, like, boxes that you had to find the combinations for, and there was a black light, and then there was a key to the next room. Like, it was super cool, but we didn't finish it. We also didn't finish the one, like I said, that we did in, Myrtle Beach, but we're gonna go again, I think, for my aunt's birthday, which is, soon, and I think it'll be better this time, but it was super fun. I recommend going to an escape room if you've never been before. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about something happy. Also, I think tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Me and my mom are planning, ironically, is it ironic? We're planning, she texted me, she's like, do you want to go to the movies on Thanksgiving? And I was like, yeah. Even though there's nothing playing. Like, they've got Moana 2. I think I told her I'd go see Moana 2, or, what was the other one? It was something that I was kind of like, nah. I don't really remember. But anyways, yeah, maybe we won't do that. But usually on the holidays, I go get Chinese, because, you know, the Chinese place always open on the holidays. There's this China buffet place, it's a buffet, and I went there a couple nights ago, and they have on the door, like, I don't know how much it usually costs to eat the buffet, because you can get the buffet or you can get to go, like, those are your two options. And to eat the buffet, it's like, it's probably like $15, I would say. And then if you get a drink, it's more, I think. I don't know, I don't ever get the buffet. I usually just get it to go, and then I leave. But for Thanksgiving Day, it was like $18 it was going to be to eat at the buffet. I was like, I guess I bet they're the only place that's open on Thanksgiving or like in Christmas and stuff, at least all day, and so they can charge that much. So they're probably really busy. I know last Christmas I went, and they were super busy. There were so many people in there. There was a lot of people eating at the buffet, and then there was a lot of people in line for like to take away. That's what British people say. You want to take away? I can't think of the word though. Anyway, people to go. That's what it is. Taking their food to go. There was a big line. Anyways, but that's what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? You got some family dinners to go to? Oh, well, I also have a little family dinner in the morning, like 11 a.m. Isn't that so early? I'm not even up. I get up at like at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay? So, and you're telling me you want me, you know what? I should probably go to bed early tonight. Oh man. I didn't think that through. I should have, anyways, okay. Anyways, it's at 11:30 a.m. It's really early. Anyway, I understand it. I think it's because everybody wants to see like different parts of the family, and then you have other family dinners to go to, so that's probably why. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow. It'd be funny if I was talking about it the whole time and it wasn't even tomorrow. Anyways. Also, can you guys hear my southern accent coming out, or is it just me? Or is it like if I point it out, now you notice it? To me, it's very faint, but sometimes I'll be talking to my family or friends or whatever, and I'll be like, Tom, like they'll just say something that's so southern. I'm like, what did you just say? It embarrasses me when I do it, not when they do it, but when the accent comes out, like it embarrasses me, and I feel like my dad lives up north, and a couple years ago we went to like some conference thing, or it was some dinner for whatever he was doing, and everybody was like looking at us like we were from like another country. They were like, where are you guys from? We're like, we're from the south. Or from the south. And they're like, we can tell. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. I don't know. I'm sure some people from here are proud of their southern accents, but me, it embarrasses the crap out of me. Like, I feel like if I when I moved to a big city, I feel like they're gonna be able to tell right away. It honestly boggled my mind that those people at the dinner were able to tell like that. They were just looking at us. I will never forget that. They were just looking at us like with like interest, like, oh my gosh, like you talk so weird. I don't know. That's probably how I'd look at somebody with an accent. I'm excited to go to another country one day, and then be like everyone, they all have accents. But see, accents. Did you hear it? Now that oh my gosh. Anyways, I hope you guys like the picture or the drawing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't talk anymore. Anyway, this is embarrassing. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. If you like the picture or the drawing, like the video. Subscribe if you want to see me talk about more stuff and in future videos to come. If you made it till the end, leave a black heart emoji in the comments, okay? Also, tell me what you think that this thing looks like. Yeah, don't forget to do that. And I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving tomorrow, seeing your family and everything. I'm going to try to post another video tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. All right? All right, I'll see you later. Okay. Bye-bye.